Welcome back to Survival Everybody, episode 15. We're cruising along here. I think we'll go ahead and top our chickens up. As far as this barley's concerned, I don't think we're going to sell it. We're just going to hang on to it because these chickens are going through food quite fast, it seems like. Especially when we get the months cruising by. They're producing for us. We're actually going to sell the eggs next month, so we're going to get a little income finally from those guys. On today's episode, I'd like to go ahead and get our soybeans picked on both fields. They're ready to go. But we can't sell them until next year, about June-ish. So we got to figure out how we're going to store these things, because they're not going to fit. Actually, we're going to need this trailer, aren't we? Should see if I can put some grain in the back of that pickup truck once. Because that would probably help us. Otherwise, we're going to have to figure out another way to store them. I guess we could dump them on the ground, which may or may not be good. Look at that. They're already getting all over the place. Yeah, we're going to need this over here. But we could try the pickup truck, see if that'll hold anything once we get this wagon full. Otherwise, we're going to have to start eyeing up another wagon. We don't quite have the funds yet, which is kind of embarrassing, but we're still making our way. I did read a comment for a few episodes back that we should get another greenhouse put up, which is probably not a bad idea. We could maybe put it over here. That's something to think about. It would only cost us three grand. The only thing is, it would be dealing with pallets a little bit more and all that stuff, which is fun, but it can be a little crazy at times if we don't watch it. We do need to do some landscaping here at some point. Actually, I kind of promised we'd probably do that in this episode, so maybe we'll take a break after this and put some yard ornaments up. As long as they're not too expensive, we'll have to see what they cost. I can get pretty crazy at times. I do want to get a bigger weeder and a seeder at some point, but we do got to get the funds. And of course, I always keep saying that I want to expand those beehives, but they do cost some money, which that's the thing. It's like, I think the greenhouse is probably another better way to go instead of the bees, because it's a little more productive, if you will, but it would make it a little more interesting having more bees. So we'll see how this goes, how quickly this fills up. We'll fill the wagon. I think I'm going to try to fill that pickup truck and see if we can get some in the back of that. Maybe. I've never tried, I guess. So we'll see you in a few minutes. Alright, got some great news. We don't have to worry about buying a trailer because it all fit in. Well, most of it fit into our trailer here, and what we don't fit into the trailer, we can leave in our harvester as long as we don't do I suppose a summer crop. Because we are going to be waiting until June. It's a little bit of a wait. We should get paid pretty good for it though. Is this full? Maybe it's full. Yeah, it was full, that's right. Yep, 100% here. So we'll get this put into storage until June. I guess we'll just back straight up in between the tractors here. Or the tractor and the skid steer. And then we'll just leave it here until we're ready to sell it. Yeah, so we got another $14.39 in here. Yeah, June. We don't want to sell it now, that's for sure. We'll more than like triple our money if we wait. Yeah, we desperately need it. So, we kind of need to figure out what we want to put in those fields next. We'll probably do another cash crop, I think, because we don't need any more barley for the chickens or anything like that. If we do canola, let's see, that wouldn't harvest until, or wouldn't sell until December. But we can take our time with it, because otherwise it gets a lot of stuff to do at once here. But we gotta get our field cultivated up right away. And then we could probably plant towards the end of this episode maybe, or do it on the next one. I do want to get that stuff sold. Our eggs, and we'll get our lettuce sold and we can kind of get a little bit of a payment today. That would be great. It's always good to make a few bucks. But we got to keep these fields going so we can progress. We might actually have to bite the bullet, I think, and get another greenhouse. I do have an outside garden thing that might be kind of interesting to change it up a little bit so we don't have two of the same one. Otherwise it gets kind of old. Yeah, like I said, I think we will do canola. Let's go ahead and schedule that. There we go. Both scheduled for canola. I kind of want to keep them both the same, like I said, because we don't have a trailer. We might actually... Well, we'll have to see what the funds are going to get, but we got to get another... I think we're going to put another greenhouse up. Probably a good idea. We need to start raking in some more money. And I think that would be a great thing to do to get us going here. Looking good, guys! Should do us well. So I think we'll take a nap, And then we'll get our eggs ready to go. And then we'll go from there. Alright, it's November. Again, the eggs are ready to go. Where these are going to go to the farmer market. We'll take the truck. We will have to get some more lettuce loaded up. We could probably go ahead and do that real quick. There's probably a few pallets. We do got to get the eggs loaded up as well. We'll just put those on the bed of the truck. I guess we'll put the scoop outside. I don't want to scoop anything up yet. Could probably start leaving the pallet forks outside too. Give us a little more room in the shed here, so we can utilize it a little bit better. A little rain won't hurt these forks. If we do get another greenhouse set up, it's gonna be, like I said, we might have a few trips. But actually it hasn't been too bad with the one greenhouse. We probably get like, what, 6 pallets maybe? So we do still have another few months before they're gonna be sold. We'll just have to make double trips, which will be good anyway, because we're gonna want the money. I can always supercut it, I guess, if it gets to be a little monotonous. Bam, there we go. 2 more pallets added to the refrigerated trailer here. Excellent. Ooh, looks like we got a pallet and a half. Pallet and an eighth of eggs. So we'll double stack these as well, make it easy. Should be light enough for a skid steer, I think. Ooh, it's a little floaty there. All right. Get this all shut up. All right, our first eggs being loaded. Get them up there a little bit more, that would be great. We're hitting the wheel well already. How is our water doing for our... Alright, we still got a little bit more left. Okay, excellent! Get these strapped in. I suppose we should probably shut the bed of the truck before we strap anything in. There we go. Off we go to make a sail. Excellent, we're just in time for the morning rush. Everybody's getting here, getting set up at the farmer's market to make some sales. Let's see, we haven't delivered eggs here yet, so we got to figure out where we're going. It's a little tricky to get in here. Look at, they got toys here too. Cool, wood toys. And she's jamming. I like her moves. Okay, where are the eggs? Oh, we're actually gonna go to this guy again. This guy sells a lot of stuff. Canola oil too. Okay. Should be simple enough. Bam, 11,808. I like it a lot. So we gotta check the sales real quick while we're here. That would be nice. But yeah, actually this tractor is kind of disappointing. I played it on the Ohio Richlands playthrough, and it didn't perform like I hoped it would, so it's probably good that we don't get that one. But we got to actually kind of start looking at, I think, a weeder. We wanted to get that weeder, but we're not ready for it quite yet. A bigger seeder would be nice, but I think the power requirements on those seeders are a little outrageous as well. So what I think we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get this kind of landscaped a little bit. We'll get, I think we're going to put another greenhouse in as well. Oh, I should actually move that lettuce, because we actually talked about putting in a little road there too for our trailer. So let's move that trailer. And then we can get to cracking to make this look a little bit better. And then we'll finish up by selling our honey and our lettuce next. Well, it'll be a few months down the road yet. Alright. So let's see what we can do. I think we should probably start with another greenhouse if that's what we want to do, which I think we do. And I was looking at, like I said, to change it up instead of putting another one of these down and make it kind of boring. I think one of these would be kind of fun. Different, a little interesting. That's going to affect our... This could be an issue because we just planted that grass. Let's cross our fingers that this works. How did that do? There's a little bit of a bump, but... that actually might work pretty well. It gives it some personality there. I didn't want to have to draw grass in again because we just planted that other grass. How does this one look? We could raise something else to make it more interesting, even though we know lettuce is a better product to do for money, but to make it interesting, I would like to do something else. I can't remember if tomatoes or strawberries. Looks like tomatoes would be, but the thing we gotta remember though, if we do tomatoes and it produces a lot. Yeah, I don't know if we would want to do that. The more I think about it, let's just do lettuce, because we don't want to get ourselves overwhelmed with all these pallets, because that's what will happen unless they changed it, but I don't think they did. Okay, so before we water them up, I think what we'll do is do some landscaping, and we'll see what we come out with. All right. I think we got something. Again, I don't want to go too crazy because we are going to get a different house eventually towards the end here. But we got a nice little, somewhat of a sidewalk. Our little barbecue area here so we can grill. upgrade from our campfire that we had before. And I decided to put Bigfoot here to watch the cabin for us, because we don't want people sneaking in on us, you know. We can park our trailer right here. Alright, so what I think we'll do is get this topped up with water, so that one can get growing. And then we'll advance to, I suppose it'll be February or March. We might do March. And then we'll sell the honey and the lettuce. Oops. A little bit of water in there yet. Alright, let's see how much water this is going to take. I don't know if it has the same amount of space as our other one does. Hopefully it does. Looks like it might. I suppose we could also put in one of those big water tanks. I'll have to look at see what they cost. And that should supply both greenhouses, I think, because they're in the vicinity. I haven't really ever used one of those yet on Farm Simulator, so I'm kind of curious how they work, but I think they're pretty straightforward. But then we only have to fill up one tank instead of both spots. Alright, we are topped up. Yeah, so let's check that tank. I just want to see what that's about real quick. Silo extension, I believe. Yeah, here it was. So, supplementary water tank. Helps you supply your greenhouses with water. Must be placed in your greenhouse. So it'll give us 5,000 liters. 2,100. I wouldn't want it to be in the way either. I wonder if we could like put it here and it would be fine. And supply both. Maybe I should do some research on that before I commit to that. Otherwise, maybe here would be a good spot. And it might hit both. We could also get a bigger water tank here too. We'll think about that, I think. Alright, so I think we'll go ahead and advance, and then we'll see where we're at. Alright, we are in February. I think we're going to go ahead and sell our honey and our produce this month. For those wondering why I haven't been planting, it would be a good idea to get these planted right away, but kind of breaking it up a little bit for you guys, otherwise it gets the same thing over and over. It would be nice to actually get a bigger seeder as well if we can afford it, which hopefully we can afford something after all these sales that we have here. Ooh, look at that! We got our first pallet on our outside garden here. That's exciting. I think our chickens are in dire need of food as well. We'll get them topped up. We'll have to use the skid steer for that. I suppose we should probably get these pallets loaded first, since the forks are on. We'll just drive in our new pull-up area here. Ooh, this is kind of tight. Got left everything in the way here. Just like so. I suppose we might as well just push this one on, since it's here. There we go. I guess we don't have any place for the honey, so that's the other thing that's not so good, because we were going to do the honey at the same time. But there's no room for it, because we got all these pallets. We could just leave the honey, and then we can sell it when we get more. And then sell it on the proper month. That actually probably is a good idea, I think. Let's see, the forks. Where should we put the forks so they're not in the way? We'll just leave them on the side down here. Well, let's just put it up by the shed here, I guess. Now we know where it's at. We ain't wondering where everything is. Should have plenty of barley for a while. We'll tackle this side first since it's... Woo. It's a heavy load. Yeah, I always kind of thought that they could have maybe had a little more weight on the back of these skid steers for the farming simulator. Because it just seems like it can't hold much a lot of the times. Otherwise you gotta get the Kubota skid steer with the weights in the back, and you never really get to use the New Holland ones because... Whoa. Because everything gets so kind of... You know, ends up being useless then. Let's see here. I suppose we could leave this on. We probably won't need it for a while unless we decide to sell that honey. Which I don't think it's worth that much anyway. Max value, yeah, it's only worth $12.67. We could actually, like I said, wait. We could do it another time. Next year, something like that. The pallet's actually... Yeah, we still got another 4 to put on this pallet, so we can just wait. Alright. Do we latch these in? We just shut the door. Excellent! So let's head on down and get some more money. I do wish that they had a little bit better of an entrance to the farmer's market. Unless there is and I'm not seeing it, but it don't look like it. It ain't so bad if we bring the tractor down, but bringing the truck... Trying to make this corner is a little difficult. Yeah, this is our only entrance in and out. Unfortunately. Okay, let's see if... I wonder if this will sell if I don't have the doors open. Yeah, they're selling. Nice to see them. If we can. Nice refrigerated lettuce. Look at that money rack up. So good. Oop. So 11,761 there. We're gonna have to jump in the back here and... Can we pull them or we gotta... There we go. Excellent, another 5,877 for a total of 17,639. So we're doing good now. Now we're up to 34. We kind of have to decide. We don't have to do it on this episode, but I think on the next episode, let's check the sales real quick before we wrap up. That would be nice. Actually, that would be, yeah, that would really be nice. We can always dream. Soon, soon, soon. But I think what we'll do is upgrade our weeder for sure. But maybe we should do the seeder right away. And then the next episode we can use that. And things will go a little bit quicker on our farm fields and we can have a little faster turnaround of that. So now we gotta try to get out of here. Alright. So leave it there for today's episode. And we'll see you guys on the next one.